Hello YouTube, this is ChardarYuGiOh, and I've been wanting to do this video for a long time, and I just recently received a really horrendous trade. If you want to go watch the last trade proof, it kind of got muffled. But, so I'm just going to rant about really annoying things that a lot of traders do. Now, trading, it should be pretty simple. You work out what card you want, you take the card, you put it in the envelope, and you mail it off. It's a really simple concept, but a lot of people seem to really screw it up. And, like, the first thing I want to talk about is just sending damaged cards. Now, a lot of times, I hear people have rules on their channel, say something like, if you don't ask about conditions, you don't care. Guess what? Forums have rules against that for a reason. That is not a rule. There's these bunch of unwritten rules, because obviously no one really manages or regulates YouTube trading, but there are these unwritten rules that everyone should follow, and one of those is that you don't send damaged cards without telling them. It's your responsibility as you're the owner of the card to tell the person you're trading with what condition that card is in. Because if you just say, oh, well, you didn't ask, so you don't care, you're stuck with the damaged card, send me your mint cards, you know what? They're not going to do that. You're just going to piss them off. It's going to be a huge fight, and you're just going to waste everyone's time. So just don't send damaged cards, or if you have to, and the other person's fine with that, just tell them. It's really simple. Next thing that goes to are people, and now these are generally the same people, they're just really unprofessional people, or people who write like an illegible address or even illegible communication. Now, I'm really strict about grammar. That's just me. I'm fine with it. If you don't want to, if you just want to save some time, that's fine. Personally, I think it makes you seem unprofessional, but if you're fine with that, and you know, most people don't care, and I still trade with people for that, just because if I did that, no one would trade with me. So, you know, that's a ridiculous expectation for everyone, but addresses have to be readable. If I don't care how bad your grammar is and everything, I have to be able to read your address. This happened to me on eBay the other day, and I'm still waiting on the guy to message me back. But on my eBay account, some guy bought a number 7 Lucky Strike from me, and I see his shipping address, and it's just this huge number of letters, and he like had the city 2 times, and there's no zip code. There's just this giant string of numbers, and I can't even read it. If you cannot read the shipping address, the card is going to get lost in the mail. You're going to get mad. You're going to lose that card, and then you're going to blame the sender who just has no idea where the hell to send this card. So I messaged him and asked him, tell me your address again. I can't read it, and he hasn't responded to me, and that's like 2 days ago. So I'm just going to refund him here in a little bit if he doesn't get back to me on that, because I really want to sell the card. You know, I need the money for that. Other thing, people who offer huge piles of shit cards for your, like, ones. Like, oh, the values are the same. I don't care. I don't need your 10... Like, I had somebody offered me, like, a bunch of super crystal beasts from the Royal Omega pack, a few structure deck commons, and I don't even remember what it was, but you get the idea. It's this huge pile of bad hollows and commons for my Lightning Chidori is what it was. Guess what? I don't need those. I have plenty of those. If you look at my collection, I have 6 binders, 4 giant boxes, a shoebox, and a tote full of cards. In addition to all my decks and my not for trade binders. You know, I don't need a huge pile of bad cards. If I want to trade a good card, I want another good card in return, or I just want the money for it. Like, that simplifies everything. But don't make stupid offers like that. It's a waste of time. Just, if I say, send me a list or send me a binder, send me a list or send me a binder. It's pretty simple. You don't need to offer from, it's like, oh, I'll give you this, no. Okay, I'll give you this, no. Because I don't want that. Let me pick out what you want. If you don't have anything, that's fine. A lot of people don't. It's like, if you don't have anything good, just stop trying to trade for really good stuff. I see people all the time, especially on Pojo. They have stuff like Ultitrag or Dracosac in their wants list. And their entire list for trade, it doesn't add up to the value of that. You're just not going to get those cards. Get over it or shell out the money for it. If you can't do that, that's fine. But those cards cost money, and like I can't give away cards for free. I spend money on my cards. Next thing goes way back and still with unprofessionalism. Whining that you can't send first because, like, my mom won't let me send first. You know what? That's not my problem. I have rules about that. There are people who are willing to send first out there. Go talk to them. I'm not. I have over 81. I have 81 trade proofs uploaded right now, and considering a lot of those have multiple trades, I should be well over 100 trades by now. I don't know, but I'm very trusted not only here but on the Power Ringo group and on some forums. I've done a few Pojo trades. I don't like trading on Pojo because I have very low ref count there, and I really don't like sending first. But it says there, it's my first rule. If you come to me, you send first. And that's a very standard rule. Almost everyone does that. So don't expect me to send first to you, especially when you have 5 refs compared to my 80 plus, you know? it's a ridiculous expectation, and it just wastes everyone's time, especially if you don't say that you won't send first until after you spent 3 days negotiating a trade. You know, it just wastes everyone's time. Another thing that's really annoying, more legitimate, but still really annoying, people who ask where the cards are every single day after you trade. Like, you tell them you sent, there's the next day, where are the cards? I don't know. Once they're in the mail, unless I'm sending with tracking, which I will do if you request it, or for a really expensive trade, but generally I don't, because I've never had an issue not sending with tracking, and tracking costs money. You'll see there's a pattern here. You don't want to waste the people's time. You don't want to waste the people's money. I don't know where the cards are until once they leave my mailbox or the post office and they're in your mailbox. I don't know where they are. You're not going to get anything from me just by asking me constantly. It's just really, really annoying. One thing, people who try to negotiate with a dollar binder. It's like, oh, I'm buying a whole bunch of... No, it's a dollar binder. It's not negotiable. It's $1 per card. If you don't want to pay that, then don't pay it. But it's just not negotiable. And I mean, that's just ridiculous. And then stuff like this, where I just get really beat to hell cards, it's just a waste of time. Because, you know, I really needed those cards for a deck, and I can't use these. And now I have to go back and talk with the guy and work out something else. Or maybe just send him my cards back, which wastes me a week. And I had some cards I could trade to someone else. And then I have to pay to mail his cards back. And it's a waste of time and money. So if you are the guy who does these, or you know, everyone knows someone who does this, but if you happen to be the guy who does these things, just stop. Be professional about your trading, and make people want to trade with you again. Like, I'm very strict, I'm very professional with my trading, and I get a lot of people coming back to me. Like, they'll see I upload a new binder every 2 or 3 weeks, and I get people coming back. Like, most of my trade proofs I have are from the same people, because if they think I do a good job with trading, and they think I'm reliable and trustworthy, they'll come back to me. So just be professional, and please stop doing all of these things, because it wastes people's time, it wastes their money, and it's annoying. So thank you, and peace out, YouTube.